Hello, hi, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Hi, this is Christine Crowle, and I just want to welcome you all. And I first of all want to say to everybody that subscribed to the YouTube channel, thank you so much for subscribing. We really do appreciate you listening to us, and I hope that you're finding value in what we are doing for you, because we're trying to create aspects of wealth, health, as well as obviously fitness as well, but as well as exit strategies, things which, I want to take people from, like stage 1 up to stage 5 in their business life, for example. And sometimes we have to think about, what are our long-term plans. For example, my vision beyond my vision is that I'm looking for 10 coaches, for example, for 2025 to spread the word, to help change people's lives as well as change my clients' lives as well. And we're looking for independent coaches to help with the mission that we have, that you've got your own coaching business and you can help clients through coaching, like what I do, for example. But also I'm focusing on as well helping clients to focus on exit strategies, like creating their own franchises, for example, or business opportunities, or for example, maybe the company needs to restructure. So today's video is about saving money in your business, but also looking at corporate restructuring strategies. Building a crisis fund is important to save your business, and this is something that you need to look at starting now, ready for April 2025, or even next year 2025, when we start in January, hitting the ground running, so that you know what you're faced with in life. So I hope that that makes a bit of sense to you about what I've just said to you, because I want you to be able to understand what this channel is about and why we've created this channel, for example, to help business owners, CEOs, entrepreneurs, for example, and startups as well, to move forward in their business, but be guided in what they need to do at their stage in their business, for example. So today's video is about corporate restructuring strategies that you can look at either implementing or possibly look at working towards that when your business is up and running, for example. So in this live session today, I'm going to be exploring about how you can build a crisis fund. Now, I've been talking about crisis fund for about a month now. You're probably hearing it every day from me, but the reason why I'm doing this is because I don't want you to get caught up like how we was back in 2008 when the recession hit us, when we could have really have put a proper strategy in place to really get the business, have it where it's saved. So you're really at an advantage now, because we're doing online a lot. Back then it really wasn't thought of very much. For example, it was just, we're just starting to use internet. We were just starting to use these servers that we'd have, these big machines in a big room, for example, these tape cassettes that we'd put into our servers every evening, for example, so it would do backup, for example. So we've moved on quite a lot from that. So you're very fortunate. Sorry, I'm just going to drink my water here, excuse me. So you're very fortunate that you've got all of these tools that you can actually use right now. AI, software, all of these things. When I was many years ago, software was just coming in and it was so archaic. It was so It was very old-fashioned, should I say, and it cost a fortune. And then there was this online thing many years ago where, you know, you'd be in your room, in your office, for example, and there's a big TV screen, and then people will be talking to you, but you needed a company to help you with that as well. So things have really moved on with Zoom. We've got Teams meeting now. We've got Google Meet. We've got so many new things that that can help your business to really be lean, but also cost savings as well. You know, back then it would like cost to have a meeting online, for example. It would probably cost about £1,000 to £2,000 just to do an online meeting, to talk to someone across the world. You know, so things have really moved on. And, you know, it's important now, though, that you do build a crisis fund, because it is crucial for the safety net of your business to prevent your business from closing during tough times. It's designed for business owners like you and leaders to really be more focused on this. So this session will cover some actionable steps and insights that you can take. It's a step-by-step process of you creating a crisis fund to safeguard your business. It will also help you to identify areas of cost reduction without affecting the productivity or growth of the business, for example. So you'll be able to create some strategies and generate additional revenue income streams to fund your business reserve, for example. And I've been talking about some practical advice that you can do, like restructuring your business operations to improve your cash flow, because you should think about this every year. You should really be doing a restructure exercise every year. Is this working? How many staff members do I have? What is it costing me? What am I getting back from each staff member, for example? It's not being harsh, it's being protecting the business. You have to do that. So the crisis fund, it does matter. It's a way for you to look at protecting your business in case the unexpected market shifts, like the October budget 2024 in the UK, for example. There's, you know, to help you with financial mismanagement can even push a successful business over the edge. It really can. So with proper planning and corporate restructuring strategies, you can protect your business from potential closure and future-proof your operations. So let's go into this more. I talked about how you can use the balanced scorecard, which I will be covering that in the mini bootcamp, the Business Recovery Bootcamp, which is on Friday and Saturday this week, the 27th and the 28th of December 2024. For example, you don't want to miss it, because I go into this in a bit more greater depth. Also, we've got the bootcamp, which is a paid bootcamp in January, but I want to, you know, help you to understand what's involved here. So there's government supported resources, like there's UK grants that you can look at, and I know there's some tight budgets, but there's certain budgets that you can tap into, like the apprenticeship programs, to support your restructuring efforts, for example. So companies that can overcome these crises through strategic planning and reserve building, it's really is a game changer for you. So whether you're a small business owner, entrepreneur, a corporate leader, maybe you're a manager, maybe you're a senior staff member within that organization, this session will help you to equip you with the right tools and the strategies to make the business more resilient. So let's look at this together, okay? So What you want to do is you want to look at corporate restructuring strategies for business recovery. You want to access current financial health, analyze the cash flow that you've got in the business, review the income and expenses to identify any leaks that you may have. Focus on cutting unnecessary costs whilst preserving growth. Focus on what investments that you need to put into your business to help it to grow, for example. I keep going on about this. Build a crisis fund. Allocate a percentage each month for an emergency reserve. Aim for a 3 to 6 month operational expenses. So save about 10 to 15% monthly, and then you'll have that reserve for when you do, or if you do get hit by a storm, for example, in your business. So prioritize core competencies, focus on strengths, identify your most profitable products, services, and streamline those resources to maximize their performance. So what is the highest cost item that you have in your business, and you want to double down on that. When I say double down, you got to work hard. Even if you have to do 12 hours a day, you got to do it to build on that, to get that really strong. Eliminate non-essentials. You want to discontinue unprofitable ventures or offerings that don't align with your long-term goals. Implement cost-saving measures. What operational efficiencies, automations, for example, repetitive tasks, optimize workflows using tools like virtual assistants, for example, project management software. You can also use apprenticeships as well. Collaborate strategically. You want to partner with subcontractors or outsource non-core functions to reduce and fix your costs within your organization. Look, there's lots of organizations that are looking for subcontractors. You just don't know where they are. Government support. Leverage government-backed programs like grants, apprenticeships, and this will offer labor costs at an improved cash flow for your business. So you want to diversify your income stream. Introduce new revenue models. Like, for example, you can do some premium clients, for example, private clients. Maybe focus more on that, where you can get more private clients. Double down on that, perhaps living care, complex care. You could do cardiologists. There's lots of specialisms that you can do. Neurosurgeons, for example, that is going to produce higher yield for your company. Like I said, target higher value customers. You really want to focus on marketing your clients with greater purchasing power. Offer tailored solutions to meet their needs. And don't worry, I'm going to be covering some marketing and some sales in the trainings that I'm doing here, where I'm coming in here live daily. You want to restructure your debt and assets. Negotiate debt terms. Speak with lenders to restructure repayment plans, reduce interest rates, and also secure grace periods. You need to be able to have grace periods. You want to also look at freeing up cash by selling any unused or underperforming assets. I'll give you one example. Many years ago, we had all these Apple computers in the office and no one really wanted to use it. So it was undervalued. It wasn't being used. So I had to really sell them to get that money back. Strengthen your team and your culture. Upskill your workforce. Invest in training programs that's going to enhance employee capabilities and their productivity. Think about those that are going out in the field. Maybe they could learn some complex care skills, for example, mental health skills, for example, high needs skills, for example. Communicate openly about restructuring plans and to maintain the morale and align the goals of the company. Now, you want to leverage your balanced scorecard framework. We talked about it. Financial matrix, monitoring your profits, cost savings, etc. Customer matrix, your internal processes, and your growth matrix, for example. Build strategic partnerships. Collaborate with larger organizations. You must do that by positioning yourself as a subcontractor to meet their needs. Showcase your business social value, like supporting the community initiatives or hiring apprentices to enhance the appeal that you offer, that you are aware of social value and the environment as well. Adapt to the market changes. Monitor those trends. Stay updated on industry changes and pivot quickly to meet emerging demands. Embrace technology. Directors, CEOs, entrepreneurs, you've got to embrace technologies. Invest in digital transformation and also AI, because it is going to improve your efficiency in your company. So you want to be able to communicate with stakeholders. If you've got multiple directors, for example, employees, investors and partners, inform about restructuring plans and why you're doing it. Transparency builds the trust, and it ensures a smoother transition. So these steps will help you to really approach the business recovery, corporate restructuring. So what you need to think about in order to thrive in your business is the restructuring of assets. Do you have assets? Business recovery, you can look into this. You do look at this on a regular basis. It's just that you don't really see it as restructuring, debt restructuring. So how do you negotiate with lenders to adjust payment terms, reduce interest rates, secure grace periods by drafting a letter and sending it to them? Even picking up the phone is just as good as well, but sending a letter, letting them know what the situation is due to economic circumstances. This is the reason why you feel that this needs to happen in order to save the company. So you want to manage your assets strategically, and that is by you identifying non-essential assets to sell to free up some cash. Turning underperforming assets into opportunities by renting, leasing or repurposing them. If you've got space, office space, rent out some of it. If you're tied to an office, then rent out some of that space to get some money back into your business to help pay for the rent that you're paying for month after month after month. You could even say, okay, I'll go in on a Monday, you go in on a Tuesday. You could rotate it around like that, for example. And before you know it, your office rent could be paid. So you want to build a financial safety net. Create your crisis fund from the restructured savings that I've talked about. How to reinvest. You want to free up cash into high impact areas of your business. So I just want you to think about these things. Have you faced challenges with debt? Are you facing that right now? Let me know if you know of anyone or you have experience in this, the debt challenges that you're facing. Comment below. Or what I'd love for you to do is to book a free 15-minute appointment to discuss it with me, and I can talk to you about what steps you can take and perhaps put you, if I can't help you, I will put you in the right direction, for example, of who could help you. So I'd love for you to subscribe to our weekly insights on business recovery, resilience and growth, for example, because it's important for you to be on top of this. So I hope that that answers your question. But the main thing what I want you to start doing is start doing a staff audit. Start auditing your business altogether, not just staff, but everything. I explained about the phones that we were using. Not everyone was picking up the phone. Not everyone was making calls. So we managed to save £700 a month, for example. That's a big savings to put elsewhere that was weak, for example. So what is it that you can look at, that you can save right now? Is there a software tool or a subscription that you're paying for that you're not using? If so, why? Why do you have it in your business? Because you need to stop that. You need to put the, just stop it, inform the provider so that you're not being charged for that anymore. Write a list of everything that you're paying out and then start eliminating the ones that you think is unnecessary, the ones that you definitely don't need. Then you need to get rid of that so that you've got some additional money that you can save for a crisis fund. This isn't to give staff a pay rise. This is a crisis fund for if and when the company gets hit by a crisis, that you're able to function and pay and get rid of the challenge. It will be an opportunity for growth, but at the same time you'll be able to sort that problem out because you've got a crisis fund. So I'd love for you to ask questions in the comment section and I will answer them. For example, do book a free 15-minute appointment with me so that I can talk to you about business recovery, restructuring, what you can do to help save money in your business, because it is something which is really needed right now. And then thirdly, I'd love for you to join me on Friday and Saturday this week, because I've got the 2-day mini boot camp, which is the business recovery boot camp, which I believe is a necessity for you to attend if you are a director, if you are a CEO, for example, if you are a management executive for an organization. I urge you to attend because it will be valuable to you. If you live, wherever you live in the world, this applies to all businesses, not just healthcare. It's all businesses that we need to look at this. Look, Macy's, they've cut down on stores are closing and they're focusing on the higher level products. Macy's, Macy's, the one on 34th Street, is still going to stay open, of course. I don't think that will ever close because it's such a wonderful, beautiful example of a store that is doing extremely well. That is a massive, wonderful business model. However, they do have 165 stores that aren't doing so well around America, for example. That, when you walk in there, there's about a third of the people are customers in there. Whereas when you go into Macy's store on 34th Street, it is packed. Packed. It's full. That is a good business model. And why is that? I've got a video on that, which I'm going to talk about tomorrow. Why is Macy's on 34th Street a good business model? Because they are restructuring. They're constantly looking at what is working and what is not. They're focusing, they know that there's economic downturn, they know that inflation is coming. So what are they doing? They're focusing on the higher products, the higher sales, to help keep the business strong. And that's the model that you should be using, no matter whether you're healthcare, whatever type of business you are. That's what you should be using right now to stay afloat. You don't want to go into the problems of lack of money in your business. So look at what is highly profitable and you double down on that. So I hope that that was helpful to you. And what I'd love to do is I'd love to hear your comments. Comment here and I will respond to your comments. And like I said, I am going to be doing a video tomorrow about Macy's on 34th Street. I love it. I've been there so many times and it is amazing, amazing store. I didn't realize what a wonderful model that was. Absolutely, I'm just blown away with how strong the brand is. And it is an amazing brand. Although they're closing down 165 stores by 2026, but the stores that they're closing down is because it's not producing enough to keep it open, and it will weaken the whole business. You cannot weaken the whole business just for the few that are not doing well. The strong business should not be carrying the business that is not doing so well, because it will weaken the strong business. It's like you're on the plane. What does the pilot say? In the event of an emergency, you must put your own mask on first in order to help others. You got to be strong. So I hope that was helpful. Do like and subscribe if you found this helpful. Do book a free 15-minute appointment with myself. If you're going through problems or wanting to know a bit more about business restructuring or business recovery, then do book a free 15-minute appointment with me. It'll probably be 30 minutes, the conversation that we'll have. And join me for the live here, which is the mini business recovery bootcamp, which is on the 27th, Friday and Saturday this week, 2 p.m. UK time till 7 p.m. UK time. If you're in the States, some of you are 5 hours, some of you are 7 hours behind. So you have to check what that relates to in the UK. So for example, if you're in Atlanta, then it's 5 hours behind the UK time. So 9 o'clock Atlanta time, for example, AM in the morning, for example. If you're in New York, it's the same there again, for example, 9 AM US time, for example, and we finish at 2 p.m. American time. Depends where you are in the world. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I'm saying. UK time, it's 2 p.m. we start and we finish at 7 p.m. UK time. And this is the mini business recovery bootcamp, and I'm going to be going in depth with a lot of things that we need to bring forward into 2025 in order to survive. So I hope that you found that helpful, and do comment. Thank you so much for liking this video. I really do appreciate it, because this helps other business owners to learn about business recovery, because I wish that I was taught this in 2008 when we was hit with the recession, and I I gave my contracts back to the government because they reduced my price by half, and it wasn't sustainable for me. So I was hit by the recession, and obviously the government was, so I understand it's the public money, but if I knew what I know now, I could have prevented the loss, but I wasn't informed in this way. So this is the reason why I'm going so strongly on this, and I've been talking about this for months. I was talking about it before the UK budget. I've been talking about this for months. That's why I did the CEO 30-day challenge, to help you deal with challenges, to help you overcome challenges, because we all get faced with challenges, but it's how we cope with it and see that the challenge as an opportunity for growth. What can you learn from it? How can you grow from it? Because each challenge you overcome, you'll be faced with another challenge, but you will get stronger as you go along. It's just like when you climb a mountain, you get to the top of the mountain and you see more mountains. This is life. It's normal. It's normal to face challenges. It's normal to feel stretched. But it's what we do with that. That is the key. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that this was helpful to you, and I will be live on here again tomorrow. So have a wonderful day, everyone, and stay blessed. Take care. Thank you. Bye.